We're at 1405 Highland Avenue, Glendale, California, 91202, performing a video sewer inspection through the 4-inch mainline cleanout. It's right off of Olmsted Street on the side of the house, on the east side of the house, and it is just to the left of the tankless water heater that's hanging on the wall. It's about 4 feet to the left, and it is coming right out of the foundation of the house. And we're going to begin videoing the sewer line. We're going to attempt to get all the way out to the city sewer. It appears to be a fairly short run, and this is July 29th, 2017. This is Michael Gerace with Michelangelo's Plumbing Inc. And we're going to begin running the video camera now. As I said, this is the tankless water heater that is hanging on the wall. And in the corner, this is our 4-inch mainline cleanout. And that's going down the side of the house. That's going toward Highland Avenue. And this is going out toward the street. We're going to begin filming now. We got water running through the line. So this is a two-way clean out. We're going to begin by running down the line toward the street. This is ABS plastic right here. We've got a little bit of buildup on the piping, but not terrible. Then we transition right away, pretty quickly, to 4-inch vitreous clay. Got a little bit of an offset right here where they connected it. We don't have any root intrusions that we can see or anything there. We do have some looks like pretty serious root intrusion right here. Some very large root intrusion right there. We're going to try and see if we get lucky enough to try and push through this if we can. I doubt that we can. It's pretty obstructed. It's only got about maybe a 5 to 10% opening at the bottom. You can see the whole pipe's plugged up. That's what a 4-inch pipe should look like, the opening. And that's just completely obstructed right here. Okay, we did get past that root intrusion. We're going to run out toward the city sewer. We've got another offset joint right here, which is going down toward the sidewalk area. And we'll locate these joints. That joint looks to be in fairly good condition. That joint appears to be cracked all the way around. You can see the line just inside the hub all the way around. There is no root intrusion at this point, but that does appear to be cracked all the way around. And now we have a turn. We have a joint. That's a crack because our joint is a little bit further. There's our joint. Difficult to tell. That may be a joint. It's a combi. No, that's not a joint. It's too close to that turn. That is a crack all the way around the pipe. Because this is a combination Y fitting. A clay fitting right here. And you would not have a joint there. That's a crack in the pipe. You can see what the joints look like. That's a joint. And that's another clay joint going toward toward the street, and there's another break in the pipe. You can see at about the 3 o'clock area, there's a pretty substantial crack right there, and there's a chunk going up toward the 12 o'clock area that is just cracked all the way around. If we get some decent earth movement, that piece can just cave in, that can fall in. And we'll mark this area as well. That's at 21 feet. And then we have another substantial offset. You can see the whole face of the pipe at the next joint on the right hand side, but you cannot see the pipe on the left hand side. And same thing with the next joint. You got a pretty substantial offset there. You can see the entire face of the pipe. It's actually shifted enough to where that top part, if you could get into that joint and you could stick something between the two pieces of pipe and be going out into the dirt, going out into the earth. And we'll locate this area as well, and it's got a crack in it. You can see the line down at the left, down toward the 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock area. We're going to shut the water off after, and we'll view this coming back even more. We just need the water running right now to help us push all the way out. That joint looks to be in fairly good condition. That joint has a crack in it, bottom. And as these joints crack, they will shift and they will separate. With more earth movement, that can sever. We have another offset joint right here. As you see, there's no face of the pipe at the right hand side, but you can see the whole face of the pipe at the left. That joint does not appear to be in terrible condition. It's got an offset, but it's not that drastic. Then we got another root intrusion, pretty heavy root intrusion, and this out in the street. We can't see exactly what the joint looks like right here. We have pretty heavy root intrusion. Let's see if we can. That was at about 35 feet out. That joint doesn't look terrible. That joint looks to have a crack on the face of the hub. It's right on the edge, so it's not as drastic as some of the other ones that are in further. That joint appears to be in fair condition. Once we stop the water, it'll be a little easier to see the joints. That joint appears to be in fairly good condition, minor offset. That joint looks fairly good. That joint looks to be in pretty good condition. Got an offset there, but still within reason. We don't have any no cracks or breaks right there. That joint has an offset, but not terrible again. Making a turn, and we're going down into the city sewer. The city sewer has been lined. The city of Glendale has installed a sewer liner in the city sewer, and they cut the opening. You can see where it kind of overlaps the inlet right there up at the top toward the 12 o'clock area. It's not going to harm anything because everything's going to go in. But that is the city sewer right there. We're going to shut down our water and we're going to begin pulling back, and then we'll mark out all the areas we noted. We're going to pause for a moment. We're going to begin locating our pipe now. We're going to shut our water down, let that dissipate. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back now and locate our problem areas. This is right at the city sewer saddle tie-in connection, right there, and that is the city sewer. And that is at about 7 foot 8 inches deep. And this is 6-inch vitreous clay, and we're pulling back, and we have a little offset there, small offset, possibly a small crack to the left at about the 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock area. You see that kind of half moon shaped mark, but it could be buildup. Can't really see it that clear. If this line was jetted, you'd be able to see it a lot clearer. And that has a small offset, but that's okay. That joint looks to be in good condition. That joint, minor offset, very minor. That joint's got a minor offset, but looks to be in pretty good condition. That has a crack right in the face of the piping. You can see it, but I'm not too concerned about that area. That's within the hub of the pipe, and I don't foresee that causing a problem in the near future. That joint looks to be in good condition. Now we're pulling back, and we have some pretty heavy root intrusion in this joint. We can't really see what the joint looks like. Looks to me like it's pretty well set. That thing shifted quite a bit from what I can see, because you can see all this black down at the bottom. That looks like dirt and gravel probably coming out of the bottom. It looks like it may have a crack right next to it. Looks like it may be into the street, and that is at about 6 foot 10 inches deep, and it is about 18 inches out into the street. About 18 inches from the curb. It's a pretty large root intrusion. There's more than likely a pretty substantial crack or break right there. That whole section may be broken out. We don't see pipe down at the bottom. Pulling back. Got some hairline cracks along the sides of the pipe right there. Then the next joint also has it, but there's no root intrusion, no major breaks at this point. We have a crack along the bottom of the piping toward the 9 o'clock area from about the 5 o'clock area. That joint's got minor offset, not too bad at all. That joint's got a very large offset. We're gonna mark this area out. Okay, we've marked this area out in the sidewalk right in front of the garage at 3 foot 1 inches deep. And we're going to continue pulling back. Got a fairly substantial offset there. You can see on the right hand side. See the face of the pipe, and then it disappears on the left. That's in the sidewalk area. We're going to mark that one as well. Okay, we marked this area out at 3 foot 1 inches deep in the sidewalk area, just back behind the other one that we marked. And we have a crack right there, right back behind it, going all the way through that fitting. Down at the bottom you can see it at about the 6 o'clock area. That crack just going through the fitting. That's a 6x4 reducer, 6 inch by 4 inch reducer. Now we're coming back further, and that joint appears to be in fair condition. Now we're making our turn and coming back, and we have a crack right here. That fitting's just broken. You can see it when you get up to it. It's just jagged, and that's in the fitting. That's not a joint. We're going to locate that area. Okay, we marked this broken fitting at 2 foot 4 inches deep back by the garage door. Now we're turning and coming back toward our mainline cleanout, right back behind that. And part of that same fitting, we have another crack all the way around. That fitting's in really poor condition and offset quite a bit. It's shifted. That section of piping has an offset, but is not in terrible condition. Coming back again. Now we have a major root intrusion right here. As I pull the, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go back and we're going to start back in where we can show the homeowner if he wants to look. And see what the sewer line looks like. Major root intrusion here. We're going to begin at this point if he does want to take a look. Back in the booches.
Boy, see when I can bring that thing down here, wouldn't I?
Yeah, but I can't. I could. Problem is,
we're gonna let
well, you know what? Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can bring that thing down.
Okay.
I would love to see it, but I'm not gonna go.
Yeah, no. Let me see if I can get all the way down there. I've just got to be able to see it. I may have a hard time seeing it, but we'll try it.
Everything.
Yeah, the landscaping.
We are in love with it now.
There's a lot to be in love with. It's a beauty.
Matthew said they got a really great landscape.
Yeah, it's incredible.
We don't see many of these today.
No, we don't. We can tell you.
Yesterday for $3 million. And it was literally
Nothing like this before.
Here we go.
What they do in living, somebody has amazing taste.
Yeah.
Be careful, don't fall. Okay.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay. I think I can still see it, so I can point things out. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
You all right?
Yeah, no, I'm good. That's a pretty large root intrusion.
Yeah.
And you see at the bottom where you see the face of one part of the pipe, and then you see the face of the other part.
Yeah.
This is what
It's
we're
about
talking
2
about.
inches off. It's separated about 2 inches, right? And if you see the paint mark out in the street,
Yeah.
about 18 inches outside the curb. See it right over
here?
there by the
Yeah.
edge of the curb?
Yeah.
That's where that area is.
Oh boy.
Okay? So that one's in the street. And now we're going to begin pulling back.
Oh.
Can you see it?
It's stuffed with
Right.
roots, right?
That's
Not
Everywhere.
good.
Yeah.
No, but it can all be fixed. Yeah. We're gonna ask for it.
Let me see. I think we're back a little ways. Kind of hard to see every joint from here, but that joint's got a little bit of offset, a little bit of not terrible.
Okay.
It's not great, but it's not terrible. Then we get back to, I believe that's a crack. That's a crack all the way around the bottom.
Oh really?
Oh.
Yeah. That's a
What a
crack
great
all the way
device.
around the bottom. Okay, that's a crack all the way around the bottom. Now we have another offset, but not terrible. Got an offset in it.
Yeah.
And Michael, what kind of pipe is that?
That's 4-inch vitreous clay.
Clay pipe's excellent.
That
So,
joint
Mike,
doesn't look
obviously
terrible.
this is not the kind of thing that you can go in and do a clean out. There needs to be repair on pipe.
Yes.
This place, right?
Yeah, the
And the
cleanout's
plate.
already here. That's
That
where he
joint
is.
looks good. Now you're going to get back. Here you can see down at the bottom, at about the 6 o'clock area, you see that line? That's a crack all the way
Ah.
through the fitting.
Okay.
That's a reducer, a 6-inch by 4-inch reducer, which is in the sidewalk area. And I marked it in red crayon right back behind you. I marked a few
Oh, over
spots
here.
back there.
Oh, okay.
That's the first spot toward the street.
Okay.
And then you come back some more. And we start to make a turn. I gotta go slow right here because there's a big crack. Right there.
Okay.
Oh wow.
That fitting's cracked all the way across.
Okay.
And that's another spot that I marked over there in red crayon.
I thought he was just
And
being
then
artistic.
you see we have another shift in the pipe right here.
This one?
And you see where, that's actually the dirt that you're seeing, and it's cracked also inside the hub all the way.
Okay.
Okay.
So, Michael, you can pull a new pipe through there, right?
Yes.
So, Michael, are you, like, if we get money or we get whatever we're going to ask for the seller, you can come in and do the work?
Sure.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
So it doesn't have to go. It's not the city. We don't have to go into the street with it.
Well, you
or-
have to go into the street to
Okay.
repair those other joints.
Yeah.
But what we can do is, I believe we can still, and they're trying to put a stop to the liners in Glendale. I don't know why.
Wow.
Because the city sewer, they just put a liner in.
Oh.
Sure.
Ridiculous. I think they're having too many problems with people that don't know how to do it,
Okay.
and they're putting their liners going into the city sewer past their connection,
Oh.
so it's stopping up the city sewer.
Wow.
So basically, if I'm at the report, they're
Yeah.
going to get it, and then you're going to make your recommendation and give a cost estimate for us?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Okay, I want you to see this now. This
Yeah.
is where I'm going to have a hard time probably
Oh,
pulling
boy.
back, because this is where we were about
Oh wow.
right there.
You
That's
see
all
see,
roots,
Eliza?
solid.
Wow.
That's solid roots. You got about 5% opening at the bottom.
Wow.
I had to jam the camera through
Is that under here?
Yeah, that's up here.
Yeah,
You
and-
can see there's another
But it's
shift.
hard to didn't need to replace
See where you see the whole face of the pipe right there.
But I wonder how long they've not been.
And I don't know, John, if you want to shoot that. That's I
Yeah,
mean,
I
you
have
see
it
the whole
here.
face of the pipe.
That's crazy.
That's shifted about 2.5 inches.
Wow.
Do you think they did all the work? Oh, and he said in 2014 and we're 2007.
Okay, and then we're coming back to ABS plastic, which is coming back toward the clean out. So that includes the
Okay.
In the old
video
days.
sewers.
Mike, wouldn't you feel like if they were living here, they only moved out 2 weeks ago, wouldn't they have had plumbing issues?
How old were these folks?
Well, I don't know the answer to that.
Well, yeah, I mean that.
So,
Yeah,
There's
send it back
not
out
much
there.
that's going to go through that.
yeah.
When I pulled back earlier, I ran all the way out and I was marking everything, and I got back to this point a few minutes ago before I came to get you, I started to pull back through it a little bit, and all of a sudden water started rushing through.
Wow.
So it's holding water even.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happens is
So we gotta fix it. We really gotta get it fixed. We gotta get it
and
fixed.
it creates a
Yeah.
dam effect that backs up.
Okay.
Now in the old days they would have to excavate down, put in the new pipe, and it would be a lot more
So has
expensive
it
than
ever
today.
been replaced? It's
No.
completely
No.
original.
No.
This is original.
And it was built
Wow.
in 1920.
Yeah,
So there you go. Oh, surprised it has
Yeah.
lasted this long.
Yeah, boy.
And I have, that's mud.
Ah!
That's mud all over my
A lot
camera.
Of, lot of,
Is that going to smell like mud if I smell it?
Yeah, it will. Yeah.
Well, way to
no,
find
we're
out,
actually,
John.
it's actually, the
I'm
one
gonna
good thing
try
about
just
it.
for the heck of it, see
Yeah.
if I can get this thing to go up. Okay, I'm gonna try and run up the line.
We have other ones that are made like
I don't know if I can see anything.
absolutely completely flattened. So they have no choice but to get it down, pick up the plywood, pick up the
But here he doesn't need to, correct?
through the line through this.
Okay.
What they do is the line they put in is an extremely strong one. Michael will explain the procedure.
I've had it
As far as
done
I
in
can
so
run
many
up the
different
line, I
Better than
can't
the
see
pipe.
anything.
Yeah.
okay.
There's too much muck in there.
The reason it became standard pretty much to do these video scans when you're purchasing a home is we have the technology today to know exactly what the pipe looks like.
Yeah.
Because normally you wouldn't know
So
there's a
lucky.
problem until it backs up.
New floors in.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks,
Mike.
Mike, for that.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
That's great.
All right. That concludes our video sewer
Today where
inspection.
I showed you the gas meter, yeah, it's right inside this.